God! It's like my fourth time recording this. Sorry. Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of Will Naruto had the blue sharingan. As we gonna go off from where we scalped last time. As someone keeps screaming at Naruto, Naruto let down the barrier. As Naruto looks at someone and goes through 3 hand seals. Rat Boy Ram. As he lets down the barrier, she runs over and slugs him. As Ikachi and Sai each break out of their after images holds. As they all run and say, "We're tired, can we scalp now?" Naruto says, "That's training's done for the day." As Naruto expects everybody to leave, but only one person is left standing there, Samui. Samui asks, Naruto, could you teach me that red chigori that you get back then? As Naruto looks at her and says, "Yeah, but can we do it after lunch?" As Naruto and Samui scream, "Ichiraku ramen, here we come," as they start running toward Ichiraku ramen, and then Naruto says, "Oh God, I forgot my mom's gonna kill me if I don't get back home for lunch on time." As Naruto runs towards his home, trying to get there as fast, then he remembers, I'm a shinobi. As Naruto uses the body flicker to get back home, as he arrives in his room, as he washes up for dinner, because he got all sweaty and dirty from training. As he walks down the stairs expecting his mother to say, "Naruto, food's ready," as Naruto sees all of them down there waiting on him. As Naruto says, "What did I miss?" They all look at him expectantly. Finally, Kushina breaks the silence. "So, Fox, how was your recent mission?" Naruto's face goes completely pale with fear as he looks at Kushina and says, How do you know that?" As Kushina looks at him, "We know where you've been going for the last 5 years. Naruto has been in Abu since he was 5, because he was just that much of a prodigy." As Naruto just sits down nervously and says, "So, what are we having for lunch?" As Kushina brings out rice balls rolled up in fresh leaves, rolled up in bacon, with pigs and a blanket. Also, I don't know what a traditional Japanese lunch is, so I'm combining a Japanese lunch and an English lunch. So, yeah. Naruto starts gobbling down the food as we time skip 3 years. We see a 13-year-old Naruto skanking around his 3 friends. Sai had gone and joined Root, so he was doing a mission right now. As Naruto looks at all of them and says, "I'm gonna make a pretty big decision today." As Samui and the rest of the team look at him weirdly and says, "What are you going to do?" So Naruto brings out a fat stack of cash. She says, "We're going apartment shopping." As they all walk off towards the apartments, as Naruto describes what kind of apartment he wants. "I want one that's completely white, big, and has a pool that goes over the cliff." As they go up towards the cliff apartments, as they find the perfect one. There's a 10 bedroom, 11 bathroom, 3 den, one living room, Q kitchen, one attic, one basement, 50,000 square foot apartment with a pool that hangs over the edge of a cliff, along with a balcony for each room. Naruto looks at the owner and says, "That's Gil," as he grabs the keys from the owner and looks back to his friends and says, "Why can't we move in right now, huh?" As they all body flicker back to their apartment except Naruto. He uses Hiraishin. Naruto copied Hiraishin from his father once when he was training Mema and Naruto to use it, along with Rasengan. So Naruto appears in his room and packs up everything in a score scroll. But now Kushina and the rest of the Uzumaki and Amikaze family heard the scuffling in Naruto's room and run towards it thinking there's a fight going on, as Naruto gets into fights often. So they look in and see Naruto putting all of his clothes, weapons, furniture, everything into a score scroll. As they all look at him and say, "What are you doing?" Naruto looks back at them and says, I just bought a new apartment and now I'm moving in. Naruto tosses a piece of paper to Minao and says, "That's the address if you need me. Sayonara." That's bye in, I think, Spanish. Either Spanish, Japanese, or Spanish, Japanese, or French. I actually don't know. Anyway, back to the story. Naruto appears in front of the shared apartment. I'm going to disclose a couple of things. One, Naruto and Samuel are dating. Two, I forgot it. Wait, give me a second. Okay. I actually forgot, so I'm not even gonna say the rest. We're just gonna move on. As Naruto walks inside I remember. Number one, icons tell me you're dating. Number two, when I'm talking about Samui, Naruto, Itachi, and Sai, I'm just going to call them Kimuro for Root. Because they're all part of Root that joined with Sai. So now they're Anbu and Root. And Q, when I'm calling about the whole household, like the whole house, we're going to call it Row HQ. As Naruto walks into Row HQ looking to explore the house. Naruto's already planning what he's going to do to the whole house. Naruto thinks back on his plan that he discussed with the others last night. As, by the way, it's been a day since they had bought the apartment. They're just moving into it right now. Because they had to wait for Sai to get off the mission to tell him that they had bought the apartment. So, yeah. It's Naruto as they flash back what happened last night. Flashback no jutsu. As you see Naruto, Samui, and Itachi huddled together, discussing what they're going to do with the apartment. Itachi proposed an idea. Why not let's paint it red? Since all these assassins come after us, and if we kill them and their blood splatters up against the wall, it won't ruin the paint since it's already red, matching the color of blood. Naruto says, "That's a good idea, but I have my whole plan for the apartment." Okay, let's see. Me and Salmi are sharing a room. You and Ikachi each have separate rooms. So there's 3 rooms that have been that are going to be used. Go 3. So Naruto looks at the rest of the plan. We're going to use Q for storage, 1 as a pseudo training ground, and then we're going to use 1 as an armory, another one for a pantry. That other room is like right next to the kitchen, which Naruto would have loved. Wait, no. I got an idea. The master bedroom, which Naruto and Salmi are going to be sharing, is going to be right next to the kitchen. And that room next to Ikachi inside that Naruto's supposed to be staying in, that's going to be the pantry. So that's all that. I said there are 10 rooms. I still have 2 rooms to fill. There can be 2 more armories. So that's 3 armories, 2 storage, 3 armories, 2 storage, 2 bedrooms. I forget the rest. Anyway, you already heard it in the video when I post it. So, Naruto, the flashback in. I swear, I keep saying Naruto when I mean flashback. Something. As Naruto reviews the plans last night, as he takes out the red bucket of paint and starts to paint the house before he even moves in, says this white looks disgusting. Anybody down in the comments who's probably screaming at me because they like white? I'm not hating on white, it just looks pretty bland to me. So Naruto finished painting the house when the rest of Kimura shows up, including Sai. As Naruto says, y'all ready to move in? As they all say hi, which means yes in Japanese. As Naruto unlocks the door for the first time and walks inside and then looks at the magnificent house. It has traditional Japanese floors with white walls, which Naruto plans to paint with white baseboards and dark oak as the floor. As this is not going to be a traditional Japanese house. Honestly, I don't like traditional Japanese houses. They just seem skinny and bony. They don't even have real doors. Anybody with a paper cutter, anybody with a box cutter can break into that house. I swear, the doors are made of paper. Technically, wood is paper, but just bulky wood paper is made from wood. So not including the wood, the doors are basically made of paper. Because those holes, there's paper in that. As Naruto looks around the house and finally puts all the appliances, the stuff in the pantry, everything in the according rooms, Naruto says, let's go and explore the grounds. Naruto walks out the back door of the house. Sunway looks at her teammates and shrugs her shoulders as they follow Naruto. And that's where I'm going to stop it right here because I have a couple of other things to do. I hope y'all have a good day, good night, and bye.